Hey guys, David here. Um, this video is very important, okay? Very important. I'll go over market structure, why market structure is the core, is the foundation of any strategy, but basically what market structure enables us is to trade with a trend, okay? Because we don't want to trade against a counter trend, we don't want to trade against um, big players, okay? We want always to catch big moves. So if we trade with a trend, we will be able to catch big moves. If we trade against the trend, we will maybe catch like 20 pips, but our risk to reward will be lower, okay? Our goal is to always risk 1% or 3% and and to gain 6 times more, okay? That's our goal. So what's the first thing we should do when we um, get on a chart? First, like two things, okay? Try to identify the support and resistance levels. This is the first one. And the second one, place a trend line, just to identify the trend and things like that. So the first thing, what we can do is try to identify the level, like important levels, okay? Like here we have a resistance, came back down, break above, came back down for retest. I would say that's pretty important level. Here very similar scenario, okay? There was our resistance. You see, like we came back down, tapped the level, and break back above. And here very similar scenario. So I know it's not real, um, it's not a real chart, but in reality, market moves in very similar way. They're just basically uh, more. Here is basically just more like easier to see the levels and patterns. Okay, here very similar. You see, it was our resistance. We break above, came back down for a retest, and bounce back to the upside. So this is the first thing. Uh, always, when you're analyzing the chart, you always have to look back to the left. Always look to the left, because um, there are always clues in the from the past. Okay, so the second thing we should do immediately is to place a trend line. Okay, just to connect as many points as we can, and that's a trend line that basically shows us we are in uptrend. Every every time the price is above the trend line, we are in uptrend. Okay, here we are above the trend line. That means we are only looking for buys. Okay, we are not looking to sell from here to the downside. I I don't suggest doing that. I really don't. Um, when you are when you are getting results with trend trend trading, then I don't know, maybe, but I don't suggest it. Okay, it's basically counter trend. You don't have big risk to reward. It's like it's more of a gamble then. Okay, look here, we broke below the trend line. Okay, came back up for a retest. It's a very important term retest. We always try to enter on a retest. I'll make sure I wrote it down. Retest. That's very important. Let's, like, for example, um, you see we have a big move up. Why would you enter here for a buy? Why? You have to wait for a retest. retest of previous resistance. If you enter here, you basically have basically more confirmation. You have trend line as well. Maybe you have Fibonacci level, but this is more advanced stuff. Okay, so we left here. We break up below the trend line. We came back up for a retest. Came back down, retest, down. We can place a trend line. So this trend line indicates we were in a downtrend. What happened here when we break above the trend line? Yeah, it's an indication that we are no longer in an uptrend, that there is possibility uh, of changing, of trend change. Okay, you have to always know that market moves in this fashion: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Like it's a high, and then we have lower low. Okay, and lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, that's a very important thing to keep in mind and to learn. As I mentioned, where would be the good entry points, like the places to look for entry? Anytime that trade, anytime that price touches the trend line would be a good, like a good place to enter if you get another confirmations. Okay, so here for a buy, here for a buy, somewhere around here for a buy. Then we came back down here for a sell, here for a sell. So we came here, we broke the trend line, so we are technically not in a downtrend anymore. We came back here. That would be a good place to enter long. This one, if you know what I mean. Okay, here. What we have here, same thing. We can connect the dots. We get a uptrend, trend line that indicates an uptrend, and we are looking to buy here, somewhere near the trend line, or and previous resistance. That's the highest probability trade. Okay. Be on the lookout. In a few more days we'll be releasing more videos. It's just basically the first one in the series. My goal is to, as we said, our goal is to help 100 traders by the end of 2019 to become self-sufficient. Okay. Signals won't make you rich in the long term. It's all about the knowledge. It's all about the mastering the skill set. It may take you years, but you won't get there with signals and account management and things like that. It's just bullshit. Okay, so you have to learn. This is the first video in this series. I hope it was helpful. But for the next videos, I would like to hear from you. What do you want to learn? And I can include things like that in my videos. Okay, thanks. That's all for today.